afternoon to one and all. Welcome to LawSikho's thorough newspaper analysis for 13th and 14th of November 2023. So due to some technical glitches, we were not able to upload the TNA, but from today it will be regular. So please do watch the TNAs regular. We'll upload it on YouTube. Now, coming up to the today's agenda of the day, we'll be discussing about the editorial section, which relates to some technology. Why has the government issued a directive on deepfakes, which we have taken from The Hindu? Then we'll be discussing about some interesting news update. And lastly, the legal news update coming from the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Now, let us start with the editorial section first. That why has the government issued a directive on deepfakes? So the first and the foremost question that comes up in the mind of the students and the people who are watching is, what is deepfakes? And why is this technology has been, there in the market, and why the government has issued a directive on particular deepfakes? So let us discuss about the context that why we are talking about this particular scenario. So on 8th November, the Indian government instructed social media intermediaries to remove morphed videos of deepfakes from their platform within 24 hours of the complaint being filed in accordance with the IT Act 2000 and IT Act Rules 2021. Now, the instructions which have come up is after the deepfake videos of actors like Rashmika Mandana and Katrina Kaif surfaced online within a span of 1 week. So you would be certainly aware of the Rashmika Mandana case, where it was the photo was morphed, the video was morphed, and it was circulated among social media. So let us understand what is deepfake. So deepfake have been around since in the market from 2017, and it refers to a phenomena where the videos, audios, images are creating using the form of artificial intelligence called deep learning. So particular videos and audios are being morphed and they are being created by using the artificial intelligence, which is called as deep learning. Now, the term was become popular when a Reddit contributor used publicly available AI-driven software to impose the faces of the celebrities onto the bodies of the people in pornographic videos. So what was happening in the pornographic videos or images, the faces of the celebrities were being morphed and they were being circulated on social media. Now, fast forward to 2023, a deepfake tech with the help of AI tools allows semi and unskilled individuals to create fake content with morphed audio, video clips and images. So researchers have done the research on this particular phenomena and technology and have observed that 230% increase. Yes, guys, it's a very big number. 230% increase in deepfake usage by cyber criminals and scammers, and have predicted that technology would replace phishing in a couple of years. So it's a very, the technology has been moving around the market with increased numbers of percentage, and that needs to be, taken into consideration. So the technology involves modifying, creating images, videos using a machine learning technique called as generative adversarial network. So it's a technology name, a machine learning technique name, which is being used so that the videos and the audios can be modified. Now, the AI-driven software detects and learns the subject movement and facial expression from the source material and then duplicate this in another video image. Also, so I have here tried to told you about the technological aspect, this particular, the morphing that is going on, but it's not that important. But yes, it can be important in perspective of your knowledge purposes. So ensure that deepfake created is as close to real as possible. Creators use a large database of source images. So this is why the deepfake videos are created of public figures and celebrities and politicians, because when the deepfake videos and images are being created, large database of source images are required, and the celebrities and political images are well, available in the market. Now, Through the collaborative work of two software, the fake video is rendered until the second software package can no longer detect the forgery. So this is known as unsupervised learning, when the machine language models teach themselves. Now, when I talked about the deepfake technology, or the deepfake technology that is there in the market, and the videos and the audios are morphed, the second question that we need to talk about here is, what do laws in India say about deepfakes? So what are the legislative framework on this particular issue? So India's IT Rule 2021 require that all content reported to be fake or produced using deepfake be taken down by intermediary platform within 36 hours. Guys, please note the timing. It needs to be taken down from the platform within 36 hours. Now, the Indian IT Ministry has also issued notices to the social media platforms stating that impersonating online was illegal as per Section 66D of the Information Technology Act of 2000. Now, the IT Rules 2021 also prohibits posting any content that impersonates another person and requires social media firms to take down artificially morphed images when altered. Now, why do people create deepfake content? So obviously, to incite political violence, sabotage elections, unsettle diplomatic relations, and spread misinformation. Obviously, they do not have any positive motive or positive intention to do the same. This technology can also be used to humiliate and blackmail people or attack organizations by presenting false evidence. However, deepfakes have positive usages as well. The technology have been used by ALS Association in collaboration with a company to use voice cloning technology to help people with ALS digitally recreate their voices in the future. Now, how have other countries reacted on this? So, the EU has issued guidelines for the creation of an independent network of fact checkers to help analyze the sources and process of content creation. So they have issued guidelines with respect to analysis of the sources and the process of content creation. Same way, the US also introduced the Bipartisan Deepfake Task Force Act to counter deepfake technology. So this particular editorial was related to the phenomena that happened with Rashmika Mandana recently and with Katrina Kaif, where the photos and the videos were morphed and were being circulated around social media network with a fast pace, and it impacted the particular actors, image, goodwill. So this is something that we need to look upon when we talk about IT technology. And let us see, by this particular issuance of the legislative framework, we end up to a positive result. Okay, chalo, let's talk about some interesting national news which is coming from Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand tunnel collapse, Auger drilling machines at site to evacuate workers. So it's a very heart-wrenching news that is coming from Uttarakhand, where nearly 3 feet diameter pipes were being pushed through the heap of debris. By drilling a hole using auger drilling machines in the tunnel, where 40 laborers have been trapped, arrived at the accident site where an under construction structure collapsed in Uttarakhand. So the rescue team involving National Disaster Response Force, that is NDRF, and SDRF, that is State Disaster Response Force, police and other teams were able to cut through around 20 meters of debris of the total 60 meters, but due to unforeseen circumstances, the soil fell again, due to which the excavation was reduced to just 14 meters. So it was a heart-wrenching news that is coming from Uttarakhand, where the tunnel was collapsed and the drilling machines were there at site to evacuate the workers. Now, India and OPEC strengthened ties in 6th high-level energy dialogue. So there was an energy dialogue that happened. It was a 6th high-level energy dialogue, meeting of India and OPEC energy dialogue, which witnessed the convergence of key stakeholders addressing critical issues in the oil and energy market. According to the World Oil Outlook 2023, India is projected to be the fastest growing major developing economy, contributing around 28% of incremental global energy demand between 2022 to 2045. The sixth high-level meeting concluded with the mutual commitment to fostering enhanced cooperation with plans for the next meeting scheduled for 2024 in India. Now, the ongoing collaboration aims to address the evolving dynamics of the energy landscape and promote shared interest between India and OPEC. So it was an energy-related dialogue which happened between India and OPEC. ठीक है? चलें. Now, India sets Guinness World Record for maximum online selfies under Meri Mati Mera Desh campaign. So it's a very interesting World Book dialogue where it talked about India is back the Guinness World of Book record for the maximum number of online selfies under the central government's Meri Mati Mera Desh campaign by uploading selfies on social media. So earlier this Guinness Book of World Record was with China in 2016 with around 1 lakh selfies, and now Maharashtra Savitribai Phule Pune University has created the record of 10,42,538 selfies with soil. Okay? Now it's a very interesting Guinness World Record which India has bagged. Now the Meri Mati Mera Desh campaign is to pay tribute to the army bravehearts who sacrificed their lives for the nation. As part of the initiatives, sacred soil and rice were collected from households across the nation and carefully placed in Amrit Kalash containers. Okay, so it is now back India. In 2016, it was back from China, and now this is with us, which created a record of around 10,42,000 selfies. It's a very big number, guys. Now, Nagaland Legislative Assembly passes Municipal Bill 2023, exclude taxes and land provisions, retains 33% reservation for women. So, the Legislative Assembly name of Nagaland is 14th this year, and they have passed the Nagaland Municipal Bill 2023. Now, the bill was passed after the Select Committee headed by Deputy Chief Minister T.R. Zelam presented a copy of its report on the Nagaland Municipal Bill 2023. Okay? Now, earlier the House withdrew the Nagaland Municipal Act 2001 by voice note. It may be noted herein that certain provisions of Nagaland Municipal Act 2001 had led to severe objections by the tribal hosts as the provision infringed on Article 371 subclause A. Okay, so it was being opposed. Now it has been passed by 2023, which has excluded taxes and land provision and have retained the reservation for women for 33%. Okay? Now, the provision of 1/3 reservation of the offices of chairperson in the ULB for women, which was there in earlier Municipal Act, was also not included in Nagaland Municipal Bill 2023. Okay? Chalo. Coming up to the next national news of the day, viii and University College Dublin signed MOU to boost cross-border collaboration. So what is viii? viii is Vellore Institute of Technology, which has signed an MOU with the Dublin University to promote cross-border collaboration, student exchange, joint academic research, and faculty engagement. So the collaboration is expected to provide students with opportunity for international exposure and academic enhancement, as well as to encourage cross-cultural understanding. It will also enable collaborative research efforts that tackle global challenges and drive innovation. With this, the students at viii will benefit from an excess feeder or international transfer program. So it's a very good news coming from the Vellore Institute of Technology, where they will boost international exchange of students and faculty. Now, ATOAI, that is Adventure Tour Operators Association of India, announces its 15th annual convention at the Statue of Unity in Gujarat. So they have announced a collaboration with Government of Gujarat. The pivotal event is slated to take place at the magnificent Statue of Unity in Gujarat. Now, the recent initiative, including the Adventure Tourism Safety Act and Regulation, capacity building workshops, and development of mega adventure trails, are commendable efforts in realizing this vision. The G20 summit held in March 2023 at Siliguri was a landmark event where adventure tourism was highlighted as a vehicle for achieving sustainable development goals. So this is something related to adventure tour operators which have signed an MOU and have collaborated with government of Gujarat, in which they will be discussing and celebrating the exponential growth and potential of responsible adventure tourism in our nation. Now, important days की तरफ चलते हैं. World Diabetes Day, that is being observed on 14th of November to raise awareness about diabetes. याद रखिएगा 14 नवंबर को चिल्ड्रंस डे भी आता है, तो आप उससे कोरिलेट कर सकते हैं. It was created by the International Diabetes Federation and World Health Organization. The theme for World Diabetes Day 2023 is Access to Diabetes Care. So याद रखिएगा इस बार की थीम थी Access to Diabetes Care. Diabetes is a chronic health condition that occurs when the body cannot effectively regulate blood sugar levels. And there are two types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. But इस particular day का date and theme याद रखिएगा, Access to Diabetes Care. इंटरनेशनल न्यूज की तरफ चलते हैं. रविंद्र एंड मैथ्यूज क्राउंड आईसीसी प्लेयर्स ऑफ द मंथ फॉर अक्टूबर. सो न्यूजीलैंड रचिन रविंद्र, which has claimed his first ICC Men's Player of the Month award thanks to series of memorable knocks in the group stage of ICC Men Cricket World Cup 2023, while ICC Women's Player of the Month for October is awarded to Meri Mati Mera Desh, who led from the front with individual performance in West Indies short format battle in Australia. So ये दो नाम याद रखिएगा, Rachin Ravindra from New Zealand and Meri Mati Mera Desh, who have bagged ICC Men's and Women's Player of the Month award, and this is for the month of October. Now, Russia formally pulls out of treaty on conventional armed forces in Europe. Russia has officially pulled out of an international security pact that restricts the use of conventional weapons, saying NATO expansion has made such cooperation impossible. Now, the move comes less than a week after President Vladimir Putin revoked his country's ratification of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, which outlaws all nuclear weapon tests and test launch an intercontinental ballistic missile capable of carrying nuclear warheads from one of its submarines. So let us talk about here that what is CFE. Okay, so CFE is Conventional Armed Forces in Europe. Okay, this is signed in 1990, just a year after the fall of Berlin Wall, and the CFE sets constraint. It constrains on conventional arms and equipment. Its purpose was to stop Cold War rivals from building up forces that could be used in swift assault. NATO says Russia has not respected the terms of the treaty for many years, pointing to suspending participation in 2007 and halting activity participation in 2015. So, the Russia has formally pulled out from the treaty on conventional armed forces in Europe. So, it's a big news coming from the international sphere, guys. Please note it. Now, the legal update coming from the Honorable Supreme Court, which talked about deviation from plain terms of contract warranted only when it serves business efficacy better. So the case name is, याद रखिएगा केस का नाम, महाराष्ट्र स्टेट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कंपनी लिमिटेड वर्सेस रत्नागिरी गैस एंड पावर प्राइवेट लिमिटेड. और इस केस में ये हुआ था, एंड द सुप्रीम कोर्ट has reiterated that the need of interpreting commercial contract in alignment with the original intent of the parties involved. It also opinion that a deviation, if there is a deviation from the plain terms of contract, is warranted only when it serves business efficacy better. Otherwise, you cannot deviate from the original contract. Okay, so it's a very important judgment as coming from the Contract Act, and the Supreme Court has reiterated this particular phenomenon in many cases. So this is the latest one. Now, SCs and ST Act offence will not be constituted if casteist remark is made within 4 walls. So this is coming from Punjab and Haryana High Court, where the court has made it clear that all insults or intimidation to persons would not be an offence under SC and ST Act unless such remark is made within public view or at any public place. So if the remark has been made in the 4 walls, the offence will not be constituted. So the Honorable Justice Deepak Gupta observed that to constitute an offence against a person who was a victim belonging to scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and further another important key ingredient of provision is that the insult and the intimidation should be in any place within the public view. Okay, so the court has referred the judgment of Hitesh Verma versus State of Uttarakhand, which happened in 2021, where the court stated that allegations of abusing informant were within the 4 walls of building, and the court stated that there was no other member of public at any time of incident, and it was held that basic ingredients that the words were uttered in public or in public view were not made out. So it's a very important judgment where the court talked about the insult or the intimidation of STs and ST, and it should be made in public, not in 4 walls. I think that's all for the today's news update and the legal news. Thank you for watching and take care.